Opportunity for us to showcase Ghana boxing.
And after a fierce contest, TV3 won the bid as the sole local live telecast of the mega event in partnership with MultiChoice Ghana.
We were excited when the management of Box Office came to us at TV3 that they would like us to sponsor or be partner this project. We have resolved this time round to do everything in our powers to make sure that we support Ghana boxing to take its rightful place in sport.
And the two boxers know that they are in the eyes of the entire world.
It's a big fight for me. I will stop at the point. What that rain will shine. Me training feeling. He wa feeling. He wa feeling. He matula feeling. He just straight up at them. Must stop at the point. Must stop it. Just stop it. GB has brought me for 3 years.
I have a big experience. More than Buko Mangu, so I'm going to show him the experience I got from outside. Buko Mangu don't meet boxer like me before, and this is the time he's meter. And I'll prove to him that I get powers, I'm still powers, and ability with that mentality is barbarism.
Okay, so from that master player, and also he'll meet his match in the boxing bout. We'll be bringing you that particular bout live here on TV3 on April 18. But away from that, let's do something on football. And Ghana striker Dominic Adia has begun training with Swedish top flight side Malmo FC after turning down Kalmar FC. Sources at the club say that the 2009 FIFA Under-20 World Cup most valuable player and top scorer met expectations of the club, according to their sports director, that is Daniel Anderson. So Dominic Adia he is available on a free transfer after terminating his contract with Ukrainian side Arsenal Kiev. The former AC Milan player is in search of regular playing time to see him if he can gate crash Kwesi Appiah's squad for the 2014 FIFA World Cup in Brazil. So over the weekend here in Ghana, 3 Ghanaian clubs will be in action in the CAF Champions League as well as the CAF Confederations Cup after Kumasi Asante Kotoko was knocked out in that CAF Champions League. And I've got in the studio with me Nathan Kwao, my colleague at CTFM, who is also a sports journalist, to discuss a bit about that games happening this weekend. Nathan, thank you so much for coming to the studio.
Welcome.
Yeah, Bekum Chelsea, with all the problems that they had, people thought they can't even go through to the next stage. Now they are at the run of 32 stage and facing Al Ahly Benghazi. How do you think they're going to fare in that particular game this Sunday?
Well, it won't be difficult, more difficult than taking on the South Sudanese side at Labara. I think that, you know, in this competition, as you progress, the teams become tougher and tougher, and that's the biggest challenge for Bekum Chelsea now. Now they play at home first before going there, and it runs through all the clubs. Everybody plays at home before traveling away. But for Chelsea, I think that the confidence they've had in midweek, they beat Heart of Lions by 3-0. If they can pick lessons from that and take their chances, it's the most important thing. If they can win heavily here, going to Libya shouldn't be too much of a problem.
But do you think they've got what it takes to at least just pick their maximum points at home before maybe the return leg will be a mere formality?
They've got to. I do admit that they've not got the best of squads if you look at what they have in Ghana, if you look at the rest of Africa. But they must work hard. It won't be easy though. The guys from Benghazi, Al Ahly Benghazi, say they are well prepared. They understand what Bekum Chelsea poses to them as a threat. So they will come in, they will try to be tough. But Chelsea must try and win 2-0, 3-0. So the second leg is more difficult for the Libyans.
But going to the Confederations Cup, Midday is also there. They made sure their first leg was, they just whitewashed the team that they played. But playing against a Moroccan side like Mars first, do you think they'll be able to beat them at home?
That would be tough. I remember speaking to the club's PRO, Benedu. He was telling us that, look, Panthers and Mars Fairs are worlds apart. They wouldn't have to play as though they were playing a lower league side. Mars Fairs are former champions of this particular competition, so there are no slouches. Bekum Chelsea, Midday, would have to play well. They would have to take those chances, and it's important that when you play at home, win. Even if it's 1-0, just win, because the pressure is on the home side. When you travel away, they must open up and come after you for a result. But Midday will have to work hard. I think they would have to try and get so many goals at home. Take the chances is important. The nerves might be there. The crowd might be shouting for the goals, but you've got to keep calm and put the balls away. So when you go to play, in the second leg in Morocco, it's not too difficult.
Playing against this North African side always it comes very tricky.
It is. It's always a tricky thing because they know how to play away from home. They waste time. They score a very uncomfortable goal. They put up all sorts of antics. And when you get back there, then this time they don't even do any of their funny tricks anymore. They do a lot of intensive football, and the surface might be new. They play in, you know, difficult weather conditions and all of that. So I think it will be difficult. A lot of the Ghanaian teams who are playing North African sides must be very careful. Win at home, go away, study the environment, and then try and qualify.
And now we go to Professor Menta's Ebusian Dwarfs. They play host to Pedro Atletico. What kind of game are we looking at?
Well, for Dwarfs, we are expecting Petro to be tough. We saw them play Leisure after Dwarfs in the previous one. They could only score once at home, and that was a scary point for me. Even though they went away and they drew goalless, can they repeat that feat? It will be more difficult. It's possible, but I expect Dwarfs to open up. They have to score goals. They've not been scoring in the league, and I don't know what the problem is, because now they have Professor Minta back. They drew goalless with Hearts of Oak, so they'll feel confident, but they must find goals. Goals are key. You don't score at home. How are you going to find goals away from home?
But do we have, in all the three teams, Bekum, Chelsea, Ebusian Dwarfs, and also Midday, do we have the quality to go to the group, to go to the money zone?
That's tough. I must admit, if it comes to resources, I think Midiama are the best placed of the three. You've got Gold Force Company.
What happened to Bekum Chelsea?
Well, their finances have dried up slightly. Their owner, Mr. Chairman, hasn't really been pumping money into the team as before. But they have quality. I must admit, Jackson, Owusu, and Co are still there. They can rely on experience to get them through. But Midiama do have resources, but they've also got a good squad. But I look at all these three, I think Bekum Chelsea have got the squad that is most experienced, but maybe they are a little short on total quality, that quality that you need to make it through. But we've got to support them. It will be difficult, very difficult, and I won't be surprised if any of these teams do not qualify. But I think they stand a bit of a chance, but it's more difficult than the previous round.
Okay, fine. And before I let you go, the Black Queens are also playing in that game against Burkina Faso on Saturday.
Yeah, they had their own issues. Yesterday I got in touch with the pitch and I spoke to the NSA. They said they are trying to find a solution. It looks like they will be playing on Saturday. But the Black Queens are not new to these circumstances. But
they went to train at the Accra Sports Stadium, and they've mounted
speakers
for them. How can they train in that?
It's difficult. I wonder why these things happen. The NSA always says that they get a schedule, and when the stadium is free, then they can rent it out to get some money. I don't fault them for chasing money, but some more coordination is needed between the NSA and the GFA. But whatever it is, they've got to train. The Black Queens have got to work hard. They lead from the first leg. That's the most important thing, the most assuring. They lead, they come, they play the second leg, get results, and then proceed to the next round.
Okay, thank you very much, Nathan, for coming through to the studio. So we've been discussing the CAF Champions League. That is where Bekum Chelsea, as well as Midiama SC and also Ebusian Dwarfs, they're also in the Confederations Cup. They'll be playing this weekend. And also Black Queens are in action against Burkina Faso all this weekend. So we wish them the best of luck to be able to get through to the much needed point to get through to the next stage of that competition. So that's all for sports here on Midday Live. My name is Julie Bewa. News continues. Please stay.